Welcome to Ignite Interviews. I'm Cyndi Donahue, and I'm very excited to be able to speak with Heather Stratford today. She is the founder and CEO of Drip7. Thank you for coming to Ignite Loft to have a chat.
Super excited to be here.
So tell me about how Drip7 began.
Well, I was running a company called Stronger International in Spokane, Washington, which was growing, and some of my clients kept asking for a more inclusive, better product, specifically how to change behavior in cybersecurity. And I worked with that client, we scoped a new product, and I said to them, I want to build this. And luckily they said to me, we want to see it built and we'll sign a 3-year contract even before I had a product.
Wow. So what is Drip7? What does it do?
So Drip7 helps train employees in core areas like cybersecurity, compliance, and now we're bridging into other areas like diversity, equity, and inclusion.
So it's a way to train your team members, your employees in things like cybersecurity, and then is it dripping? Is that where the name comes from?
Yeah, people ask me like, what's in the name? Yeah. So drip is a small amount of information. It's also more modern, right? It's a younger word, and we're trying to attract younger people to the platform. But drip is a small amount of information, and 7, you have to hear something 7 times before you really internalize it and use it and change that behavior.
So you're giving drips of information to teach people to learn about cybersecurity, right? And follow the rules we're all supposed to follow.
Right. And really, one of our taglines is eliminate the eye roll, right? How many of us have been in a medium-sized or larger company that says, oh, Cyndi, you have to take 2 hours of training, and you start clicking through, eye roll, oh my gosh, can I just get through this, right? Why are we still doing that in 2022?
Instead of forcing it down people's throats.
That's exactly right.
So making it more fun.
We want to make it more fun. So we have leaderboards, we have individual learning tracks, you earn badges. It's all about how you can be more empowered with your own learning and how we can help you move forward.
So it gamifies something that people maybe eye roll at, or they don't always want to.
That's right. So gamification, and we really want to be mobile and where you're at. Now we're on every type of computer, laptop, desktop, your mobile device, but a lot of people are on their phones. Why wouldn't you get your coffee in the morning, answer a question or two, that's the drip, and then you go on with your day? And you don't have to do mandatory long trainings because you're doing it over time.
I love how passionate you are about this subject. So I know that it's Cybersecurity Month, right?
Yes.
And so what is the purpose of Cybersecurity Month?
Well, really a group of industry professionals got together, and there are national organizations now that push out information specifically on cybersecurity and the importance of it, both from a personal level and also from a business level. So October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, not only in the United States, but also throughout the world. It is universally, this is the month. And really, you just want to keep it top of mind because we're so busy. There are so many things vying for our attention. And yet cybersecurity literally is a daily issue and problem that people need to be aware of and be better at.
It's like personal safety, right? Being aware of your personal safety, but you're on your devices all the time. So you
Exactly.
And what can happen if someone doesn't learn about cybersecurity and do the things they need to do for protection?
Well, those are the horror stories, right? And we all have them. We have our family members who might have been hacked or breached. That's a different word for it. Their information is stolen. It can be bank accounts. It can be locked out of devices. There are all kinds of different ramifications. People can steal your identity. Even you have children, and there might be a 2-year-old little girl, and they steal her identity, buy a house in California in her name, right? So when she gets to be 16 and starts to kind of become a real person in our world, all of a sudden she has trashed credit, she can't do anything. There's all kinds of ramifications. There's not just one.
And then if you take that to the company level, the reason that companies would want to use Drip7 for their team members is they need to protect at the corporate level.
Right. In the corporate environment, it's even bigger because right now we're having more attacks into all sizes of organizations. I could name off a number of, you've heard of Equifax. They were breached. How many of us have Uber on our phones? Have we taken an Uber? They were breached. A local university, which all of us love, is Whitworth. They were recently breached, and it's in the news. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints just came out this week. They were breached with member information. It doesn't matter if you're a large nonprofit, if you're a small business with 15 employees, you are going to be attacked. And if you're not prepared, you're more likely to be breached.
So your mission, really your mission that you feel so passionate about is helping people protect themselves and their companies really against this kind of onslaught that's happening all the time.
That's right. It is not going to go away. We are at epidemic levels and businesses are going under. It is it's the main risk right now for any business. Now, COVID, that was a big risk, and many businesses went under because of all the changes with COVID. COVID put cybersecurity on steroids.
Right, because everyone's at home using all their devices more.
Everybody's at home.
Right.
Everybody's doing different processes. There's new government websites, all kinds of ways to attack. And you think about who are the people attacking? They're nation states, other governments. They are people outside the U.S. often, and they are trying to disrupt the energy sector. They're trying to get gain by compromising your credit card, compromising your medical record, right? They're criminals. And it's getting worse and worse.
It's sad and scary, but true. So how would you describe the mission of Drip7? Like it's why, it's kind of deeper purpose.
Okay, well, our mission is to empower people with knowledge. Right now, we are very business to business focused, where we want to help businesses, both enterprise level and also small businesses, better fortify and better train their employees. But that information that they get, they take home with them. And that's the ripple effects of good information and education, is they're going to help their families.
So it's really taking it from a corporate level and then all the way it follows into personal online safety as well.
It is. And the government is coming out with the idea of everybody needs broadband, everybody needs access. And the point is, yes, you all need access. Everybody needs to be on the internet and have access to things. They also need to know how to use that access and be secure. And unfortunately, people who tend to be less educated, maybe have a lower socioeconomic level, or tend to be older or women, those are the ones more oftenly targeted, and that the breaches are successful.
So you're really passionate about helping people at a lower socioeconomic level, or I know that you're passionate about women in business and in leadership, and so that's really kind of where you focus your energy.
Exactly. I really feel that we need to be better about empowering people with knowledge. People can get it. They understand. They don't want to be fraudulently ripped off either. They don't want their bank accounts to be drained, whether they're a company or a person. So let's give them the knowledge so that they can reduce their risk and they can be safer.
Can individuals sign up to use Drip7, or is it right now only B2B?
So right now it's only B2B, but with enough funding and the right investors, we could pivot that. We have a roadmap for that. But right now we are very focused on businesses.
I'm literally sitting here trying to think, I should really get this for myself.
That's right, that's right.
So of all the places you could be having this company, because really that applies everywhere, why do you choose to have your startup in Spokane?
Well, I was in Spokane running Stronger International, and it's a great place to live. It has a good balance of restaurants, social scene, universities, and the great outdoors. It has a lot of, it's a big city without a lot of the traffic and other things that go with big cities. I hope that Spokane can keep that energy. I love it here. People say, well, where are you from? And I say, well, I'm from Spokane. I didn't originally grow up in Spokane, but I've been in Spokane about 13 years.
So it's home for you now.
It is definitely home for me. My kids go to Spokane 81 School District, and I have 2 bonus daughters that went to Gonzaga Prep. We consider ourselves definitely Spokaneites.
So you're going to grow Drip7 here, and then are you finding, I'm sure that you have some remote employees and some team members that are here locally. Are you continuing to find new talent based here, or is it kind of a mix of everywhere?
It really is a mix. I hired 2 months ago. The person was local. I'm hiring this week. That person's not local. We'd love to hire in this area, but the new world, we can hire from anywhere. But I really have a passion for growing tech within Spokane. I think we are a microcosm that is the best of all worlds. There are a lot of startups in this area. There are a lot of resources. Ignite is one of them. But there's a passion for growing the tech sector here. And I think it's a great place for it to grow.
Well, I think that we're lucky to have you here. I mean, to have a woman starting a startup here and is passionate about technology. And we've talked about, we need more women in STEM.
We do. And cybersecurity itself has a very low representation of women specifically. There's several reasons for that. But I'd like to change that. And I want to make STEM seem exciting, seem like you can have work-life balance even in a STEM career, that there are women ahead of you to be mentors and to help you along the process. You're not the only person. And so I really believe it's a whole community that can say the best solutions in technology will come from a diverse group creating those solutions.
I agree. Well, thank you for taking the time to come and talk about Drip7 today. It's always fun to chat with you and to see you. And I appreciate your leadership for women in business in our area. So thank you.
Well, I've loved it. I love being here, and thank you for the opportunity.